Look! GNAWGAHYDE! At last, he is at my mercy.
Coming up on Crossfire Collectibles, the G.I. Joe Classified Series, number 125, Dreadnok GNAWGAHYDE with Porkbelly and Yobbo. Stick around. What's up, and welcome to Crossfire Collectibles. Today's video, we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 125, Cobra Dreadnok GNAWGAHYDE, with his pets, Porkbelly and Yobbo. So, this is our second for the new series that we've gotten. First up was Torch, that was yesterday, and there'll be a link pinned in the comments. But this one is GNAWGAHYDE, and I've been looking forward to this one, but not so much for GNAWGAHYDE, but for the damn boar here. I don't know why. I want to see how it looks in person. I want to mess around with them and, you know, go from there. I kind of like when the figures include pets. So this is not a new one, but it's something different. So I'm going to check him out, especially the monkey. In my opinion, I think they should have gave him his pet iguana, but you know, is what it is. But anyways, let's check out the box. Here you have the all black, you know, with blue trims. There's GNAWGAHYDE, Porkbelly, Yobbo, and the accessories. From this point, it doesn't look like the accessories have too much color detail in them, but there's a little bit. Off to the side, here's a pretty decent artist render, GNAWGAHYDE, Yobbo, and Porkbelly. 125. Around to this side, you have some stats and a QR code. Flip around to the back, and there's GNAWGAHYDE and his pets out in the wild. Some more stats, just name drops. You have a couple pictures over here. You can see the spiked ring in Porkbelly's nose, the dog tags, and I guess the tooth necklace around GNAWGAHYDE's neck, and then I think that's a snake tattoo on the side of GNAWGAHYDE's head. UPC at the bottom, Cobra 125 at the top. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and pop this open. But first, please subscribe to the channel. Alright, so back at it again. I don't have any more of the new wave yet. I did get a shipment confirmation on one, and I do have two of the new retro cards in hand. So let's get them out and I guess, you know, reviewed this week. But for the meantime, we have GNAWGAHYDE. So you see he's got some crap. And here he is in his plastic dungeon. Pull that out. You've seen the backdrop before. You know, the Cobra logo in the center and each corner, nice and red. I really like that backdrop. I think it looks cool. Close that up and get that off to the side right here. So back to the insert here. There's actually a lot more accessories in here than I thought. He has compound bow, an arrow, the quiver with some arrows in there. There's Yobbo, Porkbelly. There's a case for his rifle, a couple of knives here. It's kind of wrist sword, which is a nice homage to the classic Real American Hero figure. His sniper rifle, of course, and his hat. So first, let's go ahead and go over the accessories. So we'll start with the bow here, and here it is. We've seen this one before. This one is all green, and it has some black on each end. Pretty cool. Looks good. We'll move over to the arrows. We'll take out both the single arrow and the quiver. And we'll start with an arrow. All green, even the tip. You got some brown feathers at the back. And then you have your quiver here. Like, we've seen all this stuff before, especially with Shadow Tracker. There's the single hole in the quiver right here, so you can plug the arrow right on in, and you can hold all four on his back, just like that. Neat. Moving over, we have a pair of knives here. So you got the black handle, silver blades, both identical. They look pretty good. Nice serration saw on the top right there. A little bit of detail on the handles, but pretty cool. Next, we'll check out his gun case. It's pretty nice, same as low lights. This one's all green. You got the peg on the back so we can plug it into his back. You pop it open like that. See the nice brown casing on the inside, all molded out so you can hold, you know, the suppressor, the rifle itself, the scope, and the bipod. Very nice. I was going to save this one for last, but this is great looking. I'm glad that they included this. I remember my NAWGAHYDE figure when I was a kid, and this was like one of my favorite pieces that he had. I used it with other Joes simply because it could clip onto their forearm. It was really neat. The blade's a little different, of course. You got the black handle with the two black straps going around right here, and this kind of wicked looking machete blade on the end. So, nice. Moving on, get his rifle out. Keep apart, but give you a decent shot of it right here. A little warping, but I'll manage. There's your bipod in the front. See, it's all green, and then it has that black trim that leads into the stock. You get this green suppressor right here. Plug it right to the front. Try to straighten that up. And then you have an all black scope, which will pop right onto the top like that. Nice. Set that down off to the back. One more accessory here. So we'll bust out NAWGAHYDE's hat. So you go, kind of a Crocodile Dundee-ish a little bit. You know, it's got the flip side on it, and there's the tooth. I don't know what they call that around the tip of them. Necklace, lace, I don't know, something. All brown. It's got the kind of like a dark yellow strap, and then your teeth right up there. Pretty neat. Alright, so before we get to him, we'll start with the pets. And first we'll go over Yobbo. So here it is. I'm guessing this is like a type of spider monkey, maybe. It's not articulated at all, I don't think. The arms don't bend, the tail doesn't move. Get a close up of his face. And he's got that little snarling, growl looking face, I guess. He's got that patch on his eye, which is funny as shit. Reminds me a lot of Indiana Jones. You know, that one dude, had that monkey. It was like kind of a spy or whatever. Went around with Marion for a while. That's what it reminds me of. Next, we got Porkbelly. So this thing is crazy looking. It's a boar, or no, actually it's a warthog, I think. Yeah, not a boar. It is a warthog. But definitely cool looking. Got that big old snout on him. Broken tooth. It's got like a piercing in it, which is pretty hilarious. There's the spiked ring in his nose. If you look at the eyes, man, that's pretty good detail. The eyes look wild. You know, it also has that like kind of tear running on each side, how a lot of animals do. They're not necessarily crying, but they have a lot of moisture coming out of their eyes, and it like soaks into their fur up front, so it looks like they're crying. Pretty wild. Got a pierced left ear. Got that mane. A little bit more picks up around at his butt. And check out his tail, which does move around. But we're going to keep it up like that. Little curly cube. I guess we'll check out the articulation on this. So it looks like your neck is down and up. He has a separate headpiece that allows the head to turn left and right. So pretty cool. Down at the body, he's got that, I guess, waist swivel, stomach swivel, ab swivel, whatever you want to call it for an animal. The four legs, we see they're all articulated. They can move out and in. They can't really move around in a full 360 because of the molding of the body itself, but it can move around. You got that hinge joint right there at the elbow or mid leg, and another down right before the foot here, which which comes down into a hoof. So both the same for the front. Of course, you saw already the tail. It can rotate 360. Back leg out and in. Down here at this hind quarter, you know, he's got that single hinge, and then down again at the foot or hoof, it has that other hinge. So pretty cool. This looks damn good, like really good. I'm actually really impressed with this one. I'm not sure how I'm going to have him set up, but we'll think of something. But it looks great. And now we're gonna go ahead and pop out GNAWGAHYDE. Alright, so here he is. Pretty nice looking. He's got that like yellow leopard print vest on. 2 different necklaces. You know, he's got the teeth one, and he's got his dog tags. Dog tags are more of a metal color, you know, not quite silver like they are on the box. But that's fine. Close up of his face. See, he's got that goofy looking teeth grin. I know they said they molded off one of the people over at Hasbro. Scars on his head. Looks like he got scratched by something big. Lion maybe, tiger. There's the tattoo. He's got this anarchy on his left shoulder, which I'm not really sure why. I believe Road Pig should have gotten that. Over to the right arm, you got this pretty nice looking tattoo here. It's a good piece. Got a I think it's another snake skull. There's a sword, there's an arrow, a couple other things in it. Another snake down here. Come around to the back, he's got that yellow knife sheath right here attached to his brown belt. He's got a couple of grenades, these smoke grenades on here, and then actually blasting grenades. Nice looking buckle. Pretty cool, comes around. See, look at his wristbands. He's got this like wrapped, studded brown leather over here. This left arm strap right here with a couple of teeth on it. The right one looks like it's probably some fur too. It comes down to another little brown leather type strap with some teeth in it. Down to his blue pants. He's got a single green knee pad here, and then he's got these pretty wild looking boots. All black with the green plate in the front. A knife sheath on the back of the right one. So pretty cool. He looks pretty good, man. I'm actually surprised with it. So anyways, let's go over his articulation. The head is on a ball joint. Can move down that far and up that far, as well as a little bit of side to side, and it can rotate a full 360. Kind of looks like Sarge if you ask me. Anyway. Come over to the arms. They can come up that high. They can also rotate a full 360. There's bicep swivel. Double jointed pinned elbows. Down to the wrist. It's got that hinged peg in there that allows it to do a full 360. You can angle that in and out. For the left hand, that is also out and in. So if you pluck one off, the little wristbands will come right off. You see he's got another pair under there. So that's cool if you don't want to have them on, but I'm keeping them on mine. That's my preference. All right, down to the chest, you have a pretty nice forward ab crunch, and back you've got waist swivel. Belt is not attached, so it can move around a little bit. Goes all the way around. You can angle it pretty much the way you want it. All right, we'll come down to the legs. So he's got drop leg. Leg can come forward that far and back that far, out that far. It's got thigh swivel, double jointed pinned knees. He's got calf rotation, bottom of the pants and top of the boots. Down to the foot. He's got that hinge to go forward that far, up that far, and of course your side to side pivot. All right, so how's he gonna stand? He's a little janky, but not a problem. I'm gonna go ahead and bring in some Figure Lab stands. yeah, so he'll stand pretty good with the Figure Lab stands in him. So now let's go ahead and gear him up, I think. So for this one, I guess I'm going to put the rifle in his case and on his back. I think that's best so I can have him hold the bow. So pop that in there. We got to take off the bipod here. And we'll pop that in right there. Get the scope off. Scope goes right there. Spin the rifle around and plug it into a spot right there, and then close it on up, and voila. So we'll bring him over and try to line that peg up through the vest and into the hole in his back. So there we go. Now, the quiver. I mean, I guess you could put it onto, you know, the rifle case like that, so he can hold like pretty much everything. But, you know, it's going to make it back heavy, but he can hold it all, which is good. Let's throw his hat on. So his hat looks a little small, but it actually fits really well. So that's good. Now, a couple of knives here. We'll put one down into his boot. And we'll get one on the back of his belt right here. Now for the blade, I'm gonna go ahead and feed that over his hand and onto his wrist. So it'll be something like this. We'll have that kind of strap, you know, going into his in his hand, so he's kind of gripping the strap instead of the actual machete itself. So something like this. Kind of just hold it up like, you know, he's ready to see whatever's going to jump out of the bush and, you know, hack at it. So something like that. And then we got his bow. So we'll put the bow in the left hand. Bend out those fingers some. Get that lined up right here. There we go. And then we're going to bring Porkbelly in and go ahead and set, I guess, Yobbo up on the back of him, so he's kind of riding him. Something like that. Angle that a little bit so you can see him a little better. That's awesome how you can have him just, you know, riding on him. Yeah, I think you can put him on the top of Gnawgahide, you know, shoulder or on his head, something like that, but mine's going to go definitely on the Warthog. See where could he go? He can fit up on his hat. It's like perfectly fit almost. But now he's gonna go on the Warthog for my display anyway. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and throw these guys up onto the turntable, and then we'll give you some final thoughts.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Be sure to check out our previous videos. A link will always be pinned in the comments.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
All right, so here you have it, the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 125, Cobra Dreadnok GNAWGAHYDE with Porkbelly and Yobbo. Very cool set. I'm actually pretty impressed, mainly with the Warthog himself. Porkbelly, and it's a pretty funny name. I'm not sure if he actually ever had a name, but I'm glad they gave him one. The monkey's a good touch. Overall, I think Gnawgahide actually does look a lot better in person than I thought he would. I thought the same for Torch, and, you know, he simply looks great. I think the teeth are a little weird. Kind of remind me of those, you know, Halloween vampire teeth. And just looking at him, it gives me that vibe. I do like that you can fit every accessory, you know, on the figure, or you put Yobbo on Porkbelly, or you can put it on Gnawgahide somewhere, but everything can go together, you know, as a nice display, and it works out. I think next to Porkbelly, my favorite piece with the figure is that, I guess that forearm blade that he has. You know, definite homage to the original Real American Hero figure, and it looks great. So that's probably one of my favorite things that this came with, and it is a new accessory, so I actually got something new for once. But overall, nice figure, nice pickup. I'm glad I grabbed it. They should be hitting, I guess, stores fairly soon. They've shipped from Hasbro. That's where I got mine from. So if you guys pre-ordered them, you should be getting them any day if you haven't already. and it's definitely a nice pickup, so check them out. So that's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw. If you did, please, like always, leave that giant thumbs up, subscribe, tickle that bell so you're notified when we post future videos. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.